the ash. Yeah, ho, we tapping and passing like magic. No, we not asking, we see it, we grabbing. Diamonds, they flashing, go blind when I'm passing. Mask on, I'm clapping, no mask on assassin. Jugging, we snatching, all black is the fashion. We not the same, bro, just look at the fabric.
Hey, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Kama. We back with another video, man. Hey, man, real quick, right? Right now it's Saturday night. I'm back. Just wanted to make a video for y'all today, touch on a couple of things that we seen happen throughout the week. The Eagles made moves, man. Linval Joseph, brought in Dominican Sue the next day after that. Addressing their run defensive issues, but a lot can be made by that. We still in the Odell sweepstakes. We don't know how that's going to turn out. At this point, I'm not even talking about it no more because it don't look like it's going to happen. If it does happen, if it happens, it happens. But I see a lot of people like they're praising the moves that the Eagles made, and rightfully so. Because when you got one thing I give the Eagles when they see a flaw, Harry Roseman generally goes out and corrects said flaw or throws money towards said flaw. But how much would it help them remains to be seen, man. Because it's like I see people saying not to panic after one loss and things of that nature, but obviously it's people in the organization who feel differently that you have to flip the whole interior defensive line after that loss. Maybe it's a trend that they don't like seeing. For us, though, people criticizing us about why we didn't look into getting sued and things of that nature, which is fair criticism, right? But at the end of the day, Hankins and Bohanna have played well for us. If you watch when guys kill us, it's usually been on the perimeter the last couple of games. You know what I'm saying? They ran in sweeps and tosses to the outside of the perimeter, and our defensive ends and guys of that nature are not keeping contained and not playing disciplined football. They playing hero ball. So when you play hero ball, what happens is you lose your gaps, you lose your gap integrity, you lose, you know what I'm saying, to contain. And once guys get outside, they get outside. But I don't believe it's a talent issue. I believe it's a stop playing hero ball, stop trying to be the guy that gets the sack and do your job. I just feel like there's a double standard because when we watch the Philly game Monday night versus the Commanders when they took their first loss, you see a lot of people saying, well, the run didn't really work that well. They just ran a bunch of times. They ran like 47 times or some crazy stat like that, 50 times. That's fine, but when we played Chicago, they ran the ball 44 times to throwing it 23 times. So it's the same scenario. We had a big lead, it just wouldn't stop running the ball. Now, their yards per carry probably were greater because for any team, naturally, when you get a couple of score lead, naturally you want to pin your ears back and pass rush. Now, versus y'all follow trends in the NFL because versus the Packers game, coming into the Packers game, the reason I feel like it wasn't going to be a gimme was if you watch the Buffalo game, they ran at will on Buffalo. They just couldn't complete drives and they had turnovers and things like that. They ran the ball very effective versus Buffalo. So why wouldn't they do the same versus us when they know that's the chink in the armor? I think it was a masterful game plan. I think we didn't play to our standards. Getting beat on deep passes. We don't usually give up big plays. I mean, sometimes it happens. It's the NFL. I'm not going to cry. I'm not going to cry about my team going to Lambeau Field in November and losing. It's the NFL. Anybody could lose. Because we could sit here and say how bad of a loss that was for us, but then the Commanders come in there and on Monday night and the undefeated team home and basically dominate them, you know, on a Monday night, time possession, everything. So it's the NFL, man. We play the Vikings tomorrow. I believe we have everything in our arsenal. We can beat the Vikings. This is a winnable game. I think we got favorable matchups in that secondary. I think we can run the ball on them. for the last couple of years, Justin Jefferson hasn't destroyed us. We played pretty well versus Justin Jefferson. I feel like people might kill me for saying this, but Dalvin Cook is not the type of running back that we generally have problems with. Not saying he can't present problems, even though he can get to the edge, but we literally, we've been having problems with them banger type of guys. You know, when we played Chicago, they constantly handed the ball to Herbert and Montgomery. Now, when we just played Green Bay, you hand the ball to Aaron Jones, who runs extremely hard, and the big ass A.J. Dillon. I mean, I don't think Minnesota's run game presents the same challenges as those guys. Even though I have nothing but respect for Dalvin Cook as a running back, Dalvin Cook is a dog. But I believe he's more of a speed guy, and speed plays into our hands. We don't have problem with speed on our defense. It's the gap integrity and people bombs away. And that's not saying he can't have a big game, but I believe, everything switches up week by week. If we beat Minnesota next week, the media gonna be right back on the train. Which I don't care what the media is. I feel like stay over there. Stay over there. We don't need to be the favorite. We don't need to be anything but anybody's kidding. If you feel like on any given Sunday we can beat the Vikings or the Eagles, you're kidding yourself. So that's just my take on that. But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Always remember, like and subscribe. It's boy Comments. Salute. We out of here, man.